when I'm dreaming, brother. Even when I'm broke, I'm scheming. Real talk, no gimmicks.
Break bread or fake dead.
Yeah.
If you love me, show it, that's all I say. Break bread or fake dead. Don't wait till I'm gone just to show respect. Break bread or fake dead.
Yeah.
I'm tryna make plays, not beg for a check. Break bread or fake dead.
For real, for real.
If I ever looked out, don't forget that day. I ain't rich, but I move like I'm chosen. Same fit, same dream, still focused. Bill stacked, but I still thank God. Ain't complain once, I just play my odds. They see peace, but they don't see stress. They see the smile, not the pain I digest. If you my dog, then ride with intent. Don't cap love, I know what that meant. Break bread or fake dead. You know who real when it's time to spread. Break bread or fake dead. I've been real, never switch for bread. Came from the bottom, but I don't feel low. Had to let some fake vibes go. Still keep it solid, that's nightish cold. Never hate, just stick to the road. It's folks that smile but don't mean it. Love ain't love if you never seen it. I'm just saying, help me win a little. Don't wait till I'm gone to spin a red on bed. I'll build. But if you real, you help to feel. Break bread, that's how love spread. Night is cold, town lit. Break bread, fake dead. Yeah. I'm still grinding, watch how I tread. Break bread, fake dead. Don't show a leg when the table's fed. Break bread, fake dead. Yeah. If you with me, then mean what you said. Break bread, fake dead. I don't need much, just respect my bread.
Real talk, no hate, no cap. Open soul forever.
with this. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. It's the night, baby. Larry and put that name in these YouTube streets. We've been grinding, bleeding, believing. Ain't no shortcuts to this. We earn it. Like, comment, and subscribe to the truth.
Nice forever. We don't fold under pressure. Praying for pain and lessons. How we work for blessings. Lair and Paladin, yeah, we rise where it's gritty. In these YouTube streets, building faith for the city. I ain't rich yet, but I'm working hard to make it. Every clip, every bar. I'm never faking. From the dungeon to the throne, still grind faithfully.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
If you relate to me,
I've been fighting all my life just to post my vision. Every view count feel like divine precision. The pain made me patient, the hate made me real. The fame never changed me, I'm still that still. No deal, no gimmick, no fake love shown. Just a night with a mic and a lair of his own. Paladin beside me, we carved this lane. Through trolls, losses, love and pain. Algorithm cold, but I still get through. Every upload I drop, that's a dream renewed. I talk to the fam, I'm the hope they see. From the block to the booth, this is legacy.
nice world forever. We don't fold under pressure. Came from pain and lessons. Now we work for blessings. Lair and Paladin, yeah, we rise where it's gritty. In these YouTube streets, building faith for the city. I ain't rich yet, but I'm working hard to make it. Every clip, every bar. I'm never faking. From the dungeon to the throne, still grind faithfully.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
If you relate to me.
Some days I wake up tired, some nights I don't sleep. Cause greatness don't grow unless you so deep. Camera light on, but I feel that dark. Pain in my heart, but it's fuel for the art. Got folks depending on me, I can't lose sight. Even when the comments cold, I fight that fight. Ain't no glam in the grind, but we still shine fine. Nice world on my back, every view's a lifeline. They talk slick in the thread, but they watching still. Cause the real recognize the skill that's real. And when I finally make it, I won't forget the struggle that taught me how strong I get. From Oakland to the world, it's nightish life real. Every upload's a battle, every bar's a seal. Pain turned to peace, Leia turned to throne. We the kings of these screens on our own.
Nice world forever. We don't fold under pressure. Came from pain and lessons, now we work for blessings. Lair and Paladin, yeah, we rise where it's gritty. In these YouTube streets, building faith for the city. I ain't rich yet, but I'm working hard to make it. Every clip, every bar. I'm never faking. From the dungeon to the throne, still grind faithfully.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
If you relate to me.
Yeah.
Nice world forever.
Nice world forever.
Nice world forever.
Lair and Paladin.
Nice world forever.
The grind don't stop. In these YouTube streets, we the light and the lesson. Hey, subscribe to the movement.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Testing. Is this team working? Let me see. It's a no for me, dog. Let's see. We are going to venture over to Abba and Preach. I was looking for that song again, the Red Pill song. But I want to play this false accusation stuff first. Then we'll go to the Red Pill song. So, fair use. Shout out to Abba and Preach. Let's put this out there. Let's do this. Post this. Okay, pin it. Okay, let's go. Do this young lady. There she is.
This lady's name is Victoria Everest, and apparently she did some naughty things. Some dude approached her that knew her, and they started talking. He was recording, and she didn't know.
I think you shouldn't go past 31 doing the toxic stuff. Yeah, because it's too much energy you're investing out.
That's what the therapist was saying yesterday. It was like, is it not exhausting?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not though.
She said, is it not exhausting you being toxic in your situation? And she heard that from her therapist. And she said, no, it's not though. A lot of you ladies, they be coming over here talking to the night. And I know I don't do none of this stuff that I see these other folks doing, but y'all be on my head top. That's that toxic stuff. Her therapist said, isn't it exhausting being toxic? She said, no, it's not. She's here for it.
So you're gonna live, you've done for 5 years hurting men, you enjoy it. And you're gonna keep
You're done for 5 years hurting men and you enjoy it. And you're gonna keep going.
They're talking right now for everyone's about her putting a false grape allegation on a man. And that's what she's
A false grape allegation. Because the man hurt her feelings.
says it's not exhausting.
You're doing other things, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality, you're yourself with a fake charge. You're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake.
To get a fake grape charge across.
But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you. And it'll be obviously they'll have medical.
I've done all this. There's evidence. I've given him my clothes. He backed me with. Like we have.
There's evidence all of my clothes because she's planned this out. She's been intimate with this person. Now she's flipping it.
Sex, yeah. And he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No, so one was for an occasion where he left.
Yeah.
The other time he was there, but he claimed that we didn't have sex, but there was evidence to say that we have.
You can.
I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
I want to take him to the cleaners, babe. Are you mad? Are you mad? I want to take him to the cleaners, babe. I had a relationship with him. He didn't make me feel good in a relationship. Now I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was thinking. I thought about him.
You know, I hate him because he's so much like me. Like, it annoys me.
I hate him because he's so much like me.
Caught that line? He's so much like me that I hate him.
I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Let's take that in for a second. There's more. There's a lot more to this. And if you aren't aware, Victoria Everest is a huge fitness influencer. I think she involves herself in juicing and things like fasting. So she's got a big following.
Your thing, your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and rate them. That's what you do.
So she looks for men to victimize. This is misandry. This is narcissism. This is gaslighting. This is all the things that they say. Do you enjoy?
You enjoy doing it. Rape charge doesn't mean you've got a victim involved.
No, it doesn't.
It just means
I've just got one over. That's all.
but it means you got desperate that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a fake rape. You know what I'm saying? So
That's still gonna hurt him. He hates that. And the thing is, he's gonna go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives. Yeah. Within a
He's effing up girls' lives because he's not treating them the way they feel they should be treated. So her way of paying him back for not treating her the way she feels she needs to be treated, because she's a pretty girl. She's fit. She's healthy. She was giving him sex. Since he didn't want to be the man that she wants him to be, rape charge, falsely accusing.
Assault charge and a charge. He'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
Yeah, fair.
If he don't treat the next girl nice, if he don't go to jail for the rape charge, he might get deleted in jail for the rape charge. Do you know what they do with rapists in jail?
Think
But
twice
it's a
about it.
fake charge. So how do you, what have you won from that?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his.
The guy lies for a living, so let him have a taste of his own medicine. He promised her a lifestyle. So that's why I be on here saying, no, I'm broke. I'm not finna promise you no vacations and dinners and all this other stuff. Do you want to be in a relationship? I can promise you I'll be faithful in a relationship. But to promise you a luxury lifestyle, the better things, I would be lying. So since he made her think it was going to be this glamorous lifestyle they had together, and he didn't come through with that, false accusation of grape.
own medicine. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
When the story spent on him, a face accusation of grape, let him swallow that pill. Let him have a bit of his own medicine. Listen what she's saying confidently to another man.
Yeah, so it's explicit. She's clearly admitting the fact that she's faking this story.
I mean, we could have a conversation about it.
It's not a game. I'm done. I've pulled back. I've done what I've done. I've paid my move. I've moved on. Like,
But you weren't able to. Oh my God. The way you usually like to hurt men, you weren't able to hurt.
well, I did because in the relationship, I continued to cheat on him. Like,
All right.
In the relationship, she continued to cheat on him. But he's a liar. In the relationship, that while she was having sex with him, she was continually cheating on him. And she said she really hates him because he's so much like her. Listen to this.
Okay, so I'm going to play the second clip because we're not done.
You enjoy hurting men in ways that they couldn't possibly imagine. Yeah, it's something you get a satisfaction out of. It's a toxic trait. It's narcissistic. Like,
You know what the biggest
let me
thing-
finish.
Yeah,
let
go
me
on.
explain. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a narcissistic thing, but that's your thing. You look for victims, you rope them in, you break them emotionally, mentally, financially. You weren't able.
So you break them emotionally, you break them mentally, you find a victim. This man is a victim, is what this man is saying to you. And you're saying, So you're saying you do find victims. You say you do find people that's vulnerable. You're saying you do break them down mentally. You do break them down emotionally. You're saying,
to do that with Denzel
I
Thompson.
did. I did do that.
Okay,
I did do that. She does do it.
so if you were able to
I
break
did,
him,
'cause
why
even me-
file a fake charge? How does that?
Even me, like, imagine he lived in my yard, yeah. Fed, watered, clean, fucked, yeah. The love that I gave him was unconditional in that time.
The love you gave him was unconditional at the time when you said you cheated on him through the whole relationship. What?
To then pull the carpet from under your feet like that alone, yeah, losing the best thing that's ever happened to you. Like, he's never lived the way
Yeah,
he's
but
lived.
by a fake charge, though. by a lie.
That was just the icing on the cake, babe.
The grape charge is just the icing on the cake, babe. The cheating on him, the whole relationship, but just being able to enter her is the best thing he ever had in his life.
Icing on the cake.
So since they left the old spot with the creaky floors, they have a creepy floor sample MP3 to remind you of the old spot they was in with the creaky floors. They be doing the most.
I told you this one kind of crazy. We're gonna keep going.
That was neither here or there. That was just the principle thing. I want him to spend New Year's in a jail cell for 3 days.
I want him to spend New Year's in the jail cell for 3 days. You don't get 3 days for grape. And if you turn around after goes to jail and go, I don't want to press charges, the state will take it.
And I did it, yeah. That's how he started his New Year's. I started my New Year's on a private island in a £7 a night hotel with my son.
Yeah, based on that false accusation.
I don't care. He tastes of his own medicine. I don't give a fuck.
She don't care. She don't give a fuck.
It's a principle thing. He thought he could get away with shit and not have to swallow no medicine. Like, the thing is, he always thinks he's always got the upper hand and won over. That's his thing, and I just need to make him recognize that he hasn't. Whether it's fake.
No, she's making a false accusation, and she's confessing. He's filming her without her knowledge right now. She's confessing that it's all a fake lie. The thing that he's guilty of is not giving her a luxury lifestyle. She's saying that she got sold a dream. Then in the first clip, she said they're so much like each other. That's why she really hates him. She's a narcissist and a misandrist. She hates men, even though her friend right there is a man. She's literally telling that man, and he's saying, this ain't the first time you done something like this. She said, yes, she does it all the time. He says, you see these, you know, when you meet these men, they victims. She says, yes, yes, yes. So how can you find a man that you see as a victim from the get-go, that you know you're about to crush emotionally and mentally, where she just got through saying, yes, 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 she does all of that. How is he lying to you?
Or not, it's irrelevant. He lives his life off fakeness. That's what he does. The guy's a tramp. He hasn't got a license. He hasn't got a car. He's got nothing to his name. Telling me he's got a railway company. Doesn't pay taxes. He's not on a limit. Like, the guy.
So he lied about having a lifestyle. He said he has a car. He said he got this money and so that's what he did. He lied about his lifestyle. And since he didn't have a lifestyle, false accusation.
Whole life is a fraud, but I literally fell for it, yeah.
I just have to ask. So you hate how fake he is. He doesn't have any things he claimed, but why was he living with you then? If he has a house, why is he living with you?
Huh?
Like when you guys discover someone's a complete fraud and you guys let them move into your house and everything, like, how does that happen? I don't understand. Can you explain that to me?
That's my pops. That's my pops right there. I got trucks and my pops know how to talk. And then women be biting. Then the next thing you know, he living with them. That's a hobosexual. My Benz is in the shop. Have you ever been on a boat? Ooh, that sounds exciting. This is crazy. You got an actual hobosexual at your house.
If a girl told me she had a job and then she came to find out she's not in a job in 5 years, like, bitch, you're done to me. You should know that pretty early on too, so I don't get it.
He can't touch me. He can't come near me.
No, I'll make sure that I'll pattern that anyway. That's a fact.
You can't do that. Like, the thing is, it was my mistake for even messing with him in the first place, for even entertaining it. And
So it's your mistake for messing with him in the first place. So the way you're going to fix him is give him a false accusation and be proud of it. You won't tell the next girl you got a car.
Last year was one of the biggest lessons for me. I shouldn't have
Do you sit there? You're gonna have to be 15. You've had a long turn. Yep.
I don't know why this is. This is the best part for sure. I wanted to make sure we.
The hip thrusters are crazy.
Are managing the whole thing. You know, we can't take anything out till the end of the program. So, you know, midway through all of this, I'm starting to realize now, oh shit, I got scammed. The minute I changed all the passwords and everything, and I went to change my password in Instagram, I noticed a post.
Between Jason and her?
Between Jason and her. She was communicating to him in my person, like it's me.
Gotcha, okay.
With him.
Okay.
I have it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing she didn't get to clean up before I changed and locked her out.
Okay.
So she doesn't even know that I've seen that.
Right.
She doesn't know anything. I have not told her anything. I'm displeased with you.
Right.
You fucked me up. Nothing like that. I just bang, 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 just cut all communication.
She had already changed all the financials to run through her bank accounts and everything for her. So what ends up happening is that she gets all the money from the programs and everything that's involved in terms of like raw food programs and coaching and things like that. And she just took the vast majority of it and scammed them out of the money.
Today, we are joined by somebody that has gone viral the last couple of days for something very controversial and very sensitive to a lot of people. She is here today to discuss her side of the story.
I'm in the middle of a 21-day juice fast, which has really just allowed me to just not react.
My goodness. My goodness. She looks so happy.
To things that are being saying online, but really just respond with truth and clarity. So I'm super, super grateful for this opportunity to set the record straight.
Well, the moment she did that, I thought of you right away. I swear to God, that's why I edited that way. Just her face when she does this shit. I don't know why. This is like the fakest thing.
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know, man. Sometimes people be like,
Yes, that's it. What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Do that again.
How you do? I don't know. They tasting their own self. I don't know what it is.
Obviously, there's been a lot of conversation surrounding you and this leaked video online. Let's kind of start by, I think what we need to kind of clarify is your relationship with men, first and foremost, because certain things that you were saying in the video kind of showed that you don't like men. So kind of talk me through that. Like, what's your relationship or your view towards men holistically?
So just to give you a bit of context, my mum's Turkish, my father's Nigerian. I was born and raised in London. Both my parents came to the UK.
What that got to do with your relationship with men? You sound like you're trying to date some more of them that you hate. Somebody's Turkish, somebody's Nigerian. Who cares? Why do you hate men?
As immigrants back in the 80s, my mum actually couldn't speak any English. Turkish was our main spoken language at home, and I actually ended up learning English at school. My relationship with my father was a very interesting one. He was a well-renowned journalist, had a publication called Business in Africa magazine, and I was his princess. I had a very, very close relationship with him growing up until the age of 12, when he then moved to South Africa.
See them princess daughters. I was his princess. So why do you hate men?
Africa to pursue his business and his career. And at that point, you know, things really changed for me. You know,
the reason I'm letting it play because it's a big old sob story where she talks about her dad, her mom, and it takes a long time before they get to the grape alligator. But, you know, let's listen to her feel bad about what she did.
Going into my teenage years, not having my father present, losing, you know, I would say losing my best friend. I looked up to my dad so much. You know, we spent so much time together, even though.
So she has daddy issues. So she dog walks these men because she's angry with her father. Listen to her.
He wasn't there physically, you know, he still was.
Can we do something? 2 seconds. Like, imagine I just graped somebody. I get an interview, still dripping, and they're asking me questions. They're like, what led you to force yourself on
I really love my mom.
And she didn't pack any Lunchables for me. I asked this random lady if she would pack some Lunchables, and she said no. And I said, I disagree. I don't think we would ever afford vast majority of criminals all these like lengthy interviews. And just think about how narcissistic she has to be to use the memory of her late father to get out of being accountable for this. Listen, my father passed away when I was relatively young. It affected me. If you think I'm fucking mentioning that shit to get out of trouble, you are fucking crazy. I would never disrespect his memory that way. And so me just listening to this sob story, you have to be pretty fucking pathetic to use the dead for why you're fucked up, in my opinion.
I think definitely played a burden on me for sure.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry.
Why are you laughing?
No, it's subtle.
What is
it's
it?
Really subtle.
What is it? Tell me.
I'm sorry for your loss. It's really subtle.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
She fell pregnant. They decided they were going to get married and have a child. I think that's really when my struggles with...
I know who interviewed
His
this.
eyes.
How's this bitch trying to lie to me right now?
I witnessed the most horrific acts of domestic. I'm talking, you know, my mom was regularly beaten black and blue. Growing up, I ended up really resenting, you know, because I had no control. As a teenager, I had no control. I had no way of protecting my mom. And I thought, definitely at the time, maybe I can seek safety and comfort on the streets. And that's what I did. I got taken in by the streets and
I got you.
So she dog walking dudes as a homage to moms. It is what it is, huh? Nothing's gonna happen to that lady either. Multiple false accusations. Nothing's gonna happen to her.
You know when you...
Sorry, I just...
Was that the My Hips Don't Lie? Well, hers does. Anyways, you know when you try to trigger a cry, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It sounds like, if I push it enough, maybe it's gonna, and it never happened.
So let's talk about the video.
But given the size and scale of my account, I'm not the person that always is behind running my account. So the video was sent to me. And my first response to the video was that this has been edited, this is fake. And that's what I said to my team. So they then took that and said it was AI. When I realized that they put out it was AI, I deleted the story immediately. And, then went forward with saying it's a very, very real video. It's just been, it's a 7-minute video that's been edited specifically to show me in a particular light, So
she's addressing her initial response because in her initial response, she claimed that it was fake and AI. But apparently now she's saying her team posted that with how to... I'm going to be super honest with y'all. I don't believe that.
People that got teams, we know some of them, right?
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what's going on there. Okay, so it's got my team's number on there.
Also, in a crisis like this, you are very peculiar, very particular about what comes out. You're very involved. You have to be, because now your name is being smirched. She's trying to pretend like, oh yeah, someone's putting a false. Yeah, it's edited, and they just put that out without her consent. I don't believe that for a second.
Someone would put a video like that about me. My first response was not, hey, team, take care of that. What?
Absolutely.
What did those abusive relationships look like? What did you experience?
You know, being vulnerable enough to take people for face value, you know, the manipulation. When I look back at that video, because, you know, I've watched it a couple times, and just to set the record straight, you know, that video was filmed almost 10 years ago.
Filmed 5 years ago. It was filmed by someone who approached her and did so because his friend got a false allegation from her. So he did this as a solid to him. The reason why he didn't put it out right away, because a lot of people are going to wonder, was because the man that was being falsely accused, he wanted this in case it was ever needed in court. He didn't want it out in the public because he didn't want his name associated with any kind of big public incident. And if the video came out, it doesn't really matter if it's a false allegation. It could impact his ability to work because he was teaching football to kids. Even if something is a provable false allegation, it doesn't really matter that much because your name is still associated with a scandal. And that's a bad look for people in a professional setting.
And who I was speaking about in that video wasn't arrested and wasn't prosecuted.
So I'm so sorry. I'm just going to cut you because you said the person in the video that you were referring to was not prosecuted, was not arrested, was not charged.
In the video, you said he spent some time in jail.
I want him to spend New Year's in a jail cell for 3 days, and I did it. Yeah, that's how he started his New Year's.
So she had the whole process initiated, had called the police, he went to jail. You can retract it.
He wasn't charged. He didn't go to jail. And actually, the video was provided to the police, and because the video was provided to the police, he managed to get away with those charges. And as a result,
what?
Why did she? No, wait.
Wait on.
So that's why this didn't go public. It was used as evidence, and it got him off, right? So wait, it got him off, and now she's trying to use it. Like, I don't even know why they're trying to make me sound like this bad person. Like,
Beno.
He didn't even go to jail. He didn't go to jail because that video exists, bitch.
Beno, c'est sûr c'est niaise, man.
You know, that's like somebody getting caught for attempted murder, and they're like, why are they acting like I killed somebody?
I was charged, caution, and I had to go on probation, so I have a criminal record. And
Well, no,
As you should.
no, she's about to cry.
so I really had to pay the price.
Okay, so
You mean accountability? What are we talking? What is this?
Man, you committed a crime.
Oh my days.
You committed a crime.
Oh my days.
What are we talking about?
Well, at least something happened. At least something happened. You can't do this no more. Ugh. At least something happened.
Oh, hell no.
Bro.
I need to hide my chest from this woman. She might put a case on me.
Bro.
That was only, months into the relationship I was discovering these things. I found a secret phone in his car. There was a whole array of women that he was meeting up with, and sleeping with at the same time while he was living in my house.
I also want to mention she was cheating on him during their relationship.
Yes,
so that's also,
she said
both
that.
of them seem like
He said that on the video. So a liar met a liar.
they're fucking dog shit people to be in a relationship.
She admitted it. So
you can leave. This happened 6 months in, but you stay for a year and a half. Like, that's on you, stupid. If someone shows you they're a piece of shit early on and you stay, that's your problem.
I called the police 19 times because I was at fear of my life.
I can't trust you because you make up shit.
Yeah.
I can't trust you because the way that you're going about this thing right now, you're like, oh, well, why are you looking at me all bad? He didn't even go to jail. He was not even prosecuted because they found the video. They found the video that I did. Yeah, it's called evidence of you lying.
You stay one thing, that's fine. But like making a false case to get back at him, that has nothing to do with the things that you endured.
100%.
Like, you can claim you're the victim, you stayed for the wrong, that's fine. But this whole false, that's no. He should be in jail for the times he put his hands on you, and you should be in jail for the false rape. Simple.
When did you decide that in order for me to get him back, because that's what you mentioned in the video, that you were going to make this false allegation?
So every single time the police were called, the follow-up was made. There was a non-molestation order. There was a restraining order, so he couldn't, come back to the house. But he would always turn back up at the house. Being naive and vulnerable, at the time I would take him back, believe his lies, and not realizing at the time I was experiencing, what we call today is severe.
She's toxic, and she likes toxic.
Narcissism.
My boy.
If the other videos that we watched from that cell phone didn't exist,
My boy.
these new lies that she's spinning would actually be believable.
My boy. She did not say narcissism that she experienced.
Yeah, because like,
did not say
if
that.
you guys go back to watch those videos, you remember that she said she was doing this to get back at him. She wanted to take him to the cleaners. That's why. Now she's saying it's to get away. I want y'all to think, if some man is coming to me privately, all right, my friend, I would not say I'm trying to take them to the cleaners. I would say, I have to keep my kids safe. I have to do all that stuff. She never mentioned any of that in those videos where she didn't know she was being recorded. Now she's got a camera. It's the perfect sob story. There's a justification for everything I did. Before, though, she's like, he's just like me. He's a piece of shit. He's a liar. I normally lie to everyone else, but I told him the truth. Now it's, I got taken in by a con artist.
No, that's not what she said. She said the first time that I'm telling that I'm telling the truth. That's what she. Ain't that what she said? No, my girl, no. And then you're gonna spin it off with narcissism.
I say to the person that was recording the video that I'm going to put a stop to this so that he doesn't go and do this to other women.
We didn't hear that. We didn't hear that. Anyway. Yeah, we didn't hear that. We did not hear that. That is so crazy. Let me see something. Let me see. Let's go here.
So imagine everything you have ever worked for, your education, your family, your future, gone in the blink of an eye. It happened to Brian Banks when he was just 16 years old. Take a look. Football star Brian Banks dominated the field as a high school linebacker and had accepted verbally a full scholarship to USC. But then the unthinkable happened when he was accused and convicted of raping a classmate.
I was a 16-year-old boy taken away from my mom, my freedom, my football team, my family. July 25th was the first day that I stepped foot in Chino State Prison. That's how I spent my 18th birthday.
Although Brian always maintained his innocence, he says his lawyer advised him to take a plea deal. Brian spent 5 years in prison and another 5 years as a registered sex offender. When his accuser tried to reconnect on Facebook nearly a decade later, she confessed to Brian and his legal team that she had lied.
Did he rape you? No, he did not rape. Did he kidnap you? No.
Please welcome Brian Banks. This story makes my heart ache.
Yeah.
It makes my heart ache.
Yeah, still hurts mine too.
You served 5 years in prison for a crime you did not commit.
Yeah.
And the future was so bright for you when she made that false allegation.
Yeah.
When she contacted you after you'd served your time, you'd already gotten out, when she contacted you, what do you think she wanted?
You know, that's still something that I can't really put a finger on. I know that when she initially reached out, her words were she was hoping that we could allow bygones to be bygones, that she was very immature at the time that she made these allegations, but could assure me she was much more mature now, wanted to hang out, wanted to try and rekindle something that never really existed. It was as if she was oblivious to what had actually happened and what her lies caused in my life.
Back when you were in high school.
No, she did not care. Not oblivious. She did not care. She don't care. And she back to see if you'll do something. And if you don't do it, she'll make another accusation.
You had a consensual sexual encounter with this woman in a stairwell, which she later said was rape.
Right.
Then not only did she accuse you criminally, but her mother and she sued the school and won a $1.5 million judgment.
It was a settlement. The school district made many attempts to contact my attorney to join in the fight to prove my innocence, and they were unsuccessful at that. And that led them to having to settle for a $1.5 million settlement.
Do you think, I know you can't get into her head, but do you think the whole thing was a scam for money?
I don't think that originally it was a scam for money. I think that right after my arrest, her mother saw an opportunity to turn this into a money situation.
You're sitting in prison. You took the plea deal because your lawyer said you're facing 40 years in prison.
Yeah.
I can get you around 5. The lawyer didn't do enough in your view.
Not only did she say she could get me to a deal of 5 years, it was a deal for probation. That was the initial deal that I was proposed, that I promise you, if you take this deal, you will get probation. At the most, you'll get about 3 years. You've already served a year. You'll do about 18 more months. You'll still be young. You can get out and play football. But if you don't take this deal and you walk into that courtroom, you're probably going to have an all-white jury. You're a big black teenager. They're going to automatically assume you as guilty based off of your looks, and you will get that 41 years to life in prison. So I was pretty much at the age of 17, placed in a room, and to this day, I'm 32 years old. I have never made a decision harder in my life. Do I walk into this courtroom and take a deal for a crime that I didn't commit, or do I walk into this courtroom and risk my entire life in prison for a crime I didn't commit? I realized after a year of fighting this case, I wasn't going home.
You had to be careful. It's a bet you couldn't afford to lose. When you were...
the story is too familiar with the dealing with public defenders and certain attorneys. That story is too familiar, especially for black men. But F them, right?
Sitting, you know, an innocent man sitting in prison knowing he didn't do it. And you went to prison on your 18th birthday, on his 18th birthday. Describe that for us, the feelings you had there.
Helpless, fear, every negative emotion you can think of, all the way down to anger and revenge and wanting people to be held accountable for what had happened to me, paranoia, not knowing who really to trust, and not knowing where my life was going to be going. Now that I'm 18 years old and I'm headed to prison for a 6-year sentence, it felt like the end of the world for a very, very long time.
When we come back, we're going to hear about the apology Brian wanted and whether or not he ever got it.
When it's theatrical like this, I just don't believe they care. I just think it's just a news story. My heart feels so much for you. I just don't believe that. I just think it's another story.
My only dream in the world was to just be free and to have the same opportunity as everybody here.
That was my guest, Brian Banks, at 27 years old, celebrating his freedom and his exoneration of rape charges that landed him in prison for over 5 years. When he was just 16, Brian was wrongfully accused of raping a classmate in the stairwell of their high school, a crime he did not commit. He spent 5 years in prison, 5 years on parole as a registered sex offender, and he is back with us now. He's joined by Justin Brooks, the director of the California Innocence Project, who helped to exonerate Brian. Thank you both so much. The critical moment was her contacting you, coming to see you at work, to talk about the fact that she had lied. You actually weren't at work. You were at an office you set up with cameras because you were getting smart about what was going to be needed to clear your name. And how did you get her to say on camera that it wasn't true?
I knew that it was imperative that she came forward. The only way that the California Innocence Project was able to help me in my case was if the witness in my case came forward and recanted. The only witness was her.
Because there was no DNA, there was never anything to really support this charge.
There was no
other than her words.
There had been no DNA to start with, so it's very hard to unring the bell when there's been a criminal conviction. In Brian's case, there was no evidence except for her word.
Which was conflicting even back then. There were conflicting stories.
There should have been DNA. It wasn't a late report case. It wasn't like someone coming to the police a week later and saying they were raped. It was the same day. So a rape kit was done and there was no DNA.
So she agrees to speak to a man you identified as a private investigator and just comes right out with it. Did your jaw hit the floor?
My jaw hit the floor the moment she made contact on Facebook. She was very adamant about wanting to hang out as if nothing had ever happened. And so I said, well, if you want to hang out, how about you come meet me at my job during my lunch break and we can talk, which really was a private investigation firm. I had contacted a PI and told him, you know, I need this girl to come forward and admit what she lied about. And this could risk me going back to prison by coming in contact with her. So at least let me have everything recorded so that if something goes wrong on my end, I can protect myself that way.
He'd been walking around with an ankle bracelet. I mean, he was in prison behind bars, and then he was in prison in his home, right? I mean,
I actually brought it with me.
Look at that thing.
I keep it on my desk ever since the day I cut it off his leg. And this is the reason why I took on Brian's case. The California Innocence Project is a law school clinic at California Western School of Law in San Diego. And we actually only take on cases where people are incarcerated, because California has more incarcerated people than anywhere in the United States. Brian is the only client I've ever taken on who wasn't actually in prison. And it was when he showed me this on his ankle and said, I will be in prison the rest of my life. I'll be a convicted sex offender. I won't be able to get work. I won't be able to live where I want to live. And it was just such a compelling story that we took it on.
Yeah, he ain't over it either. That's why I got them bags under his eye. That's why I look like he about to cry. But no, hey man. Hey man. Even though she done came forward and everything else, he's still affected by that.
Not only did you lose your freedom and the emotional state you had of hope and optimism going into your aspiring NFL career, but you lost that career. I mean, who knows how much money you could have made, what your life would have looked like. You did, however, have somewhat of a happy ending on.
She's trying to make you cry. Because, that's the end of life kind of stuff.
On that front, can you tell us what you did?
So after, she came forward and the California Innocence Project helped me regain my freedom, get my life back, I made a plea to the press that I'd been training for a shot at the NFL, and there was a team that wanted to give me a shot to call me, and right away, Pete Carroll from the Seattle Seahawks gave me a call, followed by a number of other coaches. I went on tryout for a number of NFL teams before signing with the Atlanta Falcons.
It's unbelievable. And the amount of grit that it must have taken for you to come back. I will say the lawyer who encouraged him to take that plea deal, ever apologize?
No, haven't had any contact since.
Think of that.
But it's not just about that lawyer and this plea.
No, it's about much more than that.
Exactly.
And that's what they're doing here today, is to explain how they're using this experience to help others. That's after the break. Brian Banks was a high school football star when he was wrongfully convicted of raping a classmate. He spent 5 years in prison, another 5 as a registered sex offender before being exonerated with the help of the California Innocence Project. He is joined by Justin Brooks, who's the director of that project, and Brian's now teaming up with former prosecutor Lonnie Coombs.
Yes.
I knew I was going to screw it up, Lonnie. Coombs, to examine potential wrongful convictions of those behind bars. It's a series on Oxygen, our sister network, and it is called Final Appeal. Welcome back to you all, Lonnie. Thank you for being here as well. You're a former prosecutor.
Yes.
Working with the Innocence Project.
Yes.
To do what? What is your goal with this?
You know, this show, Final Appeal, was an extraordinary opportunity and experience for Brian and I because we took 4 cases, 4 people who have been convicted of killing someone and have been in prison for years, up to 30 years sometimes, always maintaining that they were wrongfully convicted and been fighting for their freedom.
But wait, you know everybody in prison maintains they were wrongfully convicted. So how did you figure out which ones were worth spotlighting?
So we looked at a lot of cases. We had a lot of people going through them and deciding these are worth looking at. And they were all pending a hearing or some type of review. So there was some urgency to it. Like there could have been a decision made. They could have had this opportunity of freedom. So what we were doing when we were looking at it and investigating it, we actually had the opportunity to perhaps impact that in a way that could really help them or not. We went in with an open mind. We didn't take sides. We looked at all of the evidence that had been presented, the case against them, the trial, everything they had done since their conviction. And then we went and hit the ground and looked at everything that we could do today. We talked to people, we went to the crime scene, we redid investigations to see what we could uncover.
The thing is, it's not easy to get something like this overturned or to get a man exonerated, even when you have a woman on camera, Justin. You said even once you had this accuser on camera, it wasn't like, okay, it's done, he's innocent.
Yeah, we always have the problem of what evidence can we present in a courtroom. So there's all the stuff we know in the real world, but will it pass all the tests we need to get it in? And there were problems with the video in that a judge could have ruled that it's inadmissible. And then by the time we got to the hearing, the young lady had recanted her recantation when she realized she was going to have to pay the money back that she got from the county. So fortunately, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office joined us in a joint investigation in the case. They became convinced that Brian was innocent, and they walked into court and said the words I never hear and dream of, which are, "We concede."
Wow. You have a life motto.
Yes.
And it's, if you can maintain it after all you have been through, maybe it'll help some of our viewers. Tell us what it is.
Simply the power of choice. It's not what you go through, but how you allow it to affect you and what you choose to do moving forward.
You look like you're about to break in tears now, and you look like you don't sleep at all. But hey, shout out to the shout outs, man. Let's stop that. We're gonna go to this. Let's go to this.
And communicate with high conflict personalities. So I invite you to stick around by subscribing and hitting that bell. And that way you'll get all the most up-to-date resources right to you. All right, so today we're talking about what to do when you are falsely accused. If you're dealing with a narcissist, you will be falsely accused because that's what they do, especially when you're in that discard phase and you're dealing with the aftermaths and the effects of the end of the relationship. So you're going to feel blindsided. You're going to feel helpless. You're going to feel like they're accusing you of things wrongfully and you can't believe that they're getting away with all of this. That is totally normal. But let me just tell you that there's no narc police or narc fairies that are going to jump out into your living room and go, hey, you're not allowed to do that. Let's go tell the world what's actually fair. That's not how it works, unfortunately. But there are ways that you can handle this from a powerful perspective, okay, in a powerful way. So the very first thing that I want you to know is, number one, understand why narcissists use false allegations. Why do they do this? False allegations are one of the narcissist's most favorite weapons. Why? Because their accusations are designed to continue to have, number one, control over you. They use lies to put you on the defensive, to force you to have to focus on proving your innocence instead of actually getting anywhere or holding them accountable, right? So that keeps them in a position of control. Number two, it's to distract. It's to distract from what they're actually doing wrong. They want to shift the attention away from their own behavior and accuse you of being the one who's lying, cheating, manipulating, all the things that they've been doing, because now they can project it onto you. And number three is to destabilize you by accusing you of something that's completely outrageous. They aim to throw you off and so that you are emotionally and mentally and in every way triggered by them, because they will go after the thing that means the most to you. So if it means a lot to you to be a really great parent, they're going to say that you're a horrible mother or a deadbeat dad. If it means a lot to you that you have integrity, they're going to call you a liar. That's what they do. They look for those ways that they can get under your skin, right? I mean, it's outrageous for sure, and it's not okay, but that is what they do. And I want to know in the comments, what's the most outrageous false allegation a narcissist has thrown at you? And I also want you to put in the comments, I got this. I got this, because you do. We're going to make sure that you do. All right. So the next thing is the
So the first thing is when the person targets you to do this step to you, have some self-control and have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. So basically, do what these people be saying. I guess you got to have cameras in your house, outside of your house, microphones in your house, outside of your house, and you got to document every single thing you interact with somebody. See kind of why some dudes would say they scared of women? They don't want to be in gyms with them. They don't want to be in office rooms with them. They want to just keep them over there. This lady has a serpent necklace.
The thing that you want to remember, and how smart people really handle this, is knowing this information, knowing that they get supply from you, and they're going to continue to get that supply. And as long as you're providing that drug to the drug addict, which is what they are, they're supply addicts, then they're going to keep coming around. And
so I think that about the trolls. Even though this is something much more serious, I think that about the trolls. I think if they can say something to trigger you, where you can have a conversation back and forth with them, that's a dopamine hit for them. Are you asleep? That's dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. You're too judgmental. You're mean. Are you asleep? We're going to get him somehow, some way.
that's why they move goalposts and do all the things that they do. So the most effective way that you can deal with this is to stay calm, stay cool, stay factual, stay detached. I always say, pretend like you're reporting the news. Never give them anything that's going to cause them to think that you're explaining, justifying. I always say, I always wear jade because I'm half Chinese, but never jade. So never justify, argue, defend, or explain. You always want to make it seem like
never justify, argue. What?
justifying. I always say I always wear jade because I'm half Chinese, but never jade. So never justify, argue, defend, or explain. You always want to make it seem like you're just reporting the news. Okay, I see that you are upset now. I see that this is happening. Okay, when you're done having your tantrum, we can have a conversation. You know, just pretend like you have a microphone and you're just at the scene observing their behavior. So observe, don't absorb, respond, don't react, right? So if a narcissist says, "Oh my God, you're such a liar," then, you know, or you know, you're a cheater or whatever, just, you know, I understand that's how you see it. Thank you for the feedback. I hear you. We can discuss this when you are ready to have a productive conversation. So what this does is three things. It acknowledges their statement. And you don't even have to do anything more than acknowledge. I hear you. I get it. I understand. I thank you for the feedback. And then the next thing is you are now starting to let them know that there's a new game in town, that you're no longer going to be accepting or engaging in whatever it is that they're doing, that drama, trauma, and chaos. You're just setting a boundary of how you're willing to interact and what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to engage with. And number three, it keeps control of the situation. So you're now turning it around so that you are the one in control instead of them. So if they accuse you of neglecting your children, you could say, "I understand that's your perspective. That's not accurate, but happy to share, you know, details of our schedule if you'd like to meet up. You want to have a talk about the routines for the children, whatever." Just go right back to the facts, right back to the issues. You can negotiate contracts, issues, and terms, but not your self-worth, your self-esteem, or who you are. Okay? So you are presenting yourself as grounded, confident, and believe me, I know you don't always feel that way. So if you need to go and vent later, scream, cry, whatever you need to do, go and do that. But you don't need to do that in front of them.
Yeah, all the links is in the description. All the links is in the description. This is crazy, man. Let me play my favorite song.
Dollar, that's what I need.
Hello, bro, I'm trying to get the money. Talk to me about money.
Where is the money?
We need our money.
Don't you think it's about time you gave me my money?
Support the situation. Is money is love.
You could donate on PayPal now, and you can donate on the Cash App.
Thank you very much. All right.
You can donate on PayPal and the Cash App. For sure you can. Let's put this all in a little bow. Since this was about people making false accusations, but it happened to be a woman. And we started off with Abba and Preach. Red pill is dead. Sneeko, false allegations caught on cam. That's where we began. That's where we're going to end.
It makes no sense.
I know.
Because it's like, it makes no sense. Like in your head.
This feeling, you ready? Channel it. I'm going to make you feel better. I'm going to make you feel better.
If you want to be a real man, don't live with your girl. Live with your boys.
Preach, would you agree with the sentiment? No women. Yeah? No women?
No women.
All right. Good.
Banger coming on, the best song ever. You wanna play it right now? I want everybody to the dance floor. No women, no women, no women, no women, no women.
Oh, so you got a girl now. You changed, made self-improvement. Takes all day. Spend time with your girl. That's gay. Spend time with your boy. The rip away. No, I don't want no women, no. No, I don't want no woman. No, I don't want your cuddles, no.
With the boys.
I'd rather sleep with the boys. No, I don't want no mean girls, no. I don't want no women. Boys is the ones that get love from me. Spending time with my boys behind. Rubbing on their thighs. That's the rector way. No, just no. No, I don't want no women. Boys is the ones that get love. Hey! Spending time with my boys behind. Rubbing on their thighs. That's the rector way. If you feel at home with your mom. Oh yes, bro. I'm talking to you. If you're broke and hate these women, that's the rector way. Yes, bro. I'm talking to you, baby. If you're ready to find your virgin, oh yeah. I'm talking to. Wanna buy cash with no expertise, no. No wife, no wife, no pussy, no. No love, no love, no women, no wife, no pussy, no. I don't want no women, no wife, no pussy, no. I don't want no women, no women, yeah. No wife, no pussy, no women, no wife, I don't want no women, no wife, no pussy,
I'm tired.
no wife, that's the rector way. No, I don't want no women, no wife, no pussy, no, I don't want no women. Boys is no they get it up for me. Spending time with my boys behind me. Rubbing on their that's the right. I don't want no women. Boys is no wife, no pussy, no, that's the right. No women, no wife, no wife. No pussy, no.
I'm tired.
No women,
I'm tired.
no pussy, no.
You don't understand how long I worked.
No women, no pussy, no.
Yo, it's a banger. I gotta admit. This is a fucking all from my boys. You don't need no girls. Boys out. Boys been boys, baby.
No pussy, no love, no wife,
Yo.
no pussy, no love.
I'm gonna be spending the whole week making beats. Oh, that's a banger. I'm sorry. That's fucking dope. Y'all get it, preach.
No love, don't want no with no. No love.
Hey, man. Say, man. Don't say the night didn't give you a banger. Don't say I didn't do that. Let's do this, though. For a dub, what guy he?
Thank you for the money, cheese, ready to go. Scratch, scratch, scribble paper.
Shout out. Thank you, Dub. Breaking the spell. Appreciate the Cash App. But this is what we're gonna do. I think that's a beautiful bow. False allegations. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, show some love tonight. I will be back. Appreciate y'all. Don't give up on the night.
We'll shut this motherfucker down.
That's all, folks.
It is. Appreciate y'all. See y'all shortly.